Hello, Lou Hamilton from Audible Elegance here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are located a couple doors north of the original Montgomery Inn, across the street from Montgomery Cyclery on Montgomery Road. We do work on Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook. I also write a monthly blog. Journey lately has been personal adventures. I hope you enjoy reading that. The blog and the orphanage that we talk about can be found on our website, www.audibleelegance.com. And tonight I thought I'd show off a little further work that we've been doing in one of our audio rooms. And what we've decided to work with are blankets made by Pendleton. They're wool, basically wool. There's a little synthetic to it. This particular one is Raven in the Box of Knowledge. For those of you in the Northwest, you're familiar with Native Americans in that area. And this is a very interesting story about the creation of the earth and time. And big face there is actually the moon, which is part of the Raven story. And we've hung them using clamping blanket pins so the blanket can hang naturally. And this helps us deal with some room acoustics. And that's something I'll get into in a later video where treating a room doesn't involve necessarily buying ASC tube traps, or we also have acoustics for sound treatment, because some of those things are not visually acceptable in rooms where they want something different. And so we're setting about showing people how we do this. To the back side of the room is kind of a special one for me. This is another Pendleton at the opposite end now, helping to deal with the slap echo from end to end. This particular one is an intertribal blanket, and it's essentially an AIDS awareness blanket. And it has a little special meaning to me in that regard because my nephew was one of the early victims of AIDS, which is a very unfortunate disease, but it is there. And this was Pendleton's kind of tribute to trying to make the AIDS virus more aware within the Native American communities. It was their tribute to it. So it's very nicely done. A bit smaller than our forward one, but that's what we needed here. Again, this is the use of a blanket. We're going to have some other items we're going to put in the room. Again, dealing with acoustical treatment, but not necessarily what was traditionally considered sound treatment panels or tube traps or different level of surfaces like we have in one of our other rooms. So we want to show people options of what they can do. So we also have the more traditional devices that we use in the corners. This is an example of essentially a pattern that's supposed to break up sound waves because it has different levels and different depths. Helps us with that. On the other end of the wall, we actually have what are using quarter rounds from Acoustic Sciences. That's what we have in this corner. And the other panels are half rounds. They also make less expensive little panels, which we've had here time and again. And we'll have them back in again shortly. And as you can see, you can take these panels and make different patterns out of them. They don't have to all be vertical. They can be horizontal and vertical to set up a geometric pattern in your room. So there's different approaches for different problems. And so you're more than welcome to write me. My name's Lou Hamilton. You can write me at lou@audibleelegance.com about some acoustical questions. I'd be more than willing to answer that. I've got a couple of universities that want me to go up there and teach them residential acoustics because most people screw it up. And you have to be real careful about use of acoustic devices because you can create as many problems as you think you're solving. And once you've spent a good chunk of money on it, you don't quite know what to do, but you don't want to give them up, and that may be the very thing you have to do. So I have pulled acoustical devices out of rooms because they've actually been making the problem as opposed to fixing it. So you have to know what resonance or what frequencies you're after. A little specialty and knowledge on that goes a long way. But again, I try to use normal things in rooms. Sometimes silk plants, large ones, can be very effective in dealing with reverberations and echoes. Here we're using them here. And even their placement relative to the surface that you think you're trying to control can be very important. So don't just like plink them geometrically, this is where they need to be, because they may need to go right to left, front to back. You have to play with it and listen to what happens in your room. There is no golden formula when it comes to the use of natural products, and these are silk, so we're going after a slightly different frequency range with that. So thank you for stopping by. Hope you visit our store. We're open 5 days a week, and Tuesday through Saturday. And during the weekdays, it's 9 to 5. Saturday, it's 11 to 5. So be happy to have you stop by and take a look and listen. Thank you.